Hi! Today we are doing canning at home. I'm making some homemade raspberry jam, and I thought I would talk to you a little bit about canning. Growing up, a lot of people canned or preserve. It's called canning because you're putting them into these glass jars. There's a lot of different brands of the jars. Some of the basics are Mason, and Mason is a company, but they're often referred to as Mason jars. There's Ball, there's Kerr, K-E-R-R. I'm sure there's plenty others that I am leaving out. They usually have the name written right on the glass, which I'm sure isn't showing up in the camera. There are also some differences in sizes. This is a half quart, I think, or maybe it's referred to as a pint. But the main thing is that there is small mouth jars and wide mouth jars. And you can tell the difference because they are smaller or bigger, and they also take a different size lid. And this is the small mouth and this is the large mouth. These lids have this rubber, and I think there's a wax coating on the lid also, and these are supposed to be for one-time use because you heat them up before you fill your jars with your preservatives, whatever that you're canning, and you boil these in water, and then you put the lids on, and then the second step to the canning top is the bands, and then again there's small mouth and large mouth, and then this helps to seal that. There are a lot of really good instructions on canning. This is just my Better Homes and Gardens cookbook, and almost any cookbook like this would have a section on, like this is canning and freezing. They talk about the canning canners, which is this big black pot, and they're usually black with little white speckles on them. They also come with these canners, the lid, and then there's this little basket that lowers your can down into the pot because your pot has to be boiling hot water beforehand. There's also the Blue Book of Preserves, of preserving, and I don't know even where I found this, but it is by the Miro company, M-I-R-R-O. And you know, it seems like maybe I got it at Walmart a few years ago, but it's all about pressure cookers and canning. And pressure cookers are a little bit scary to me. I have one and I have not used it yet. I always use my canner. But for using things that have to get hotter and cook under pressure, like if you're going to do casseroles and put them into cans, they recommend using the pressure cooker. They all have lots of recipes in them. It's really good reading for instructions. Read as much as you can before you start doing it so that you don't basically lose a batch of food. I did a recipe out of this with the red raspberry jam yesterday, and I substituted the sugar for honey, and it was a little bit sweeter than what I wanted. Trial and error. So I'm making another batch today with some more raspberries, so I will show you in another video how to make the raspberry jam.